Is Nightingale the next big open world survival hit, or does it get lost in its own ambition? A couple of years since its announcement, Nightingale promised to bring something new and interesting to provide to the survival genre, but with a twist. But in today's video, I want to just go over a few bits of the gameplay and just seeing what makes Nightingale fun, and it's also bringing into the fact of it's being the trifecta, ending this triangle. We have Power World in the beginning of the 2024, then we got Enshrouded, and now we got the next big heavy hitter, Nightingale. Yes, Nightingale did launch in early access, so there's a little bit that I want to talk about regarding some of the early access stuff and some of the things that the dev team needed to work on, like the server issues and as well as adding an offline mode. I want to talk about all that in today's video. So moving forward, I want to set the tone and set the story, to be exact, regarding Nightingale. Nightingale throws players into the shoes of a raven, a human that is currently stranded in a fantastical realm called the Fae. This world is completely shattered into fragments, and each connected by unstable portals, in which these portals are very key to our survival and getting to our own world. And our whole point is to survive, explore the fragments, and eventually find your way back home to Nightingale. Haha, it's within its name. Nightingale is our home. That is the current human city, the last remnants of human life, our Earth to be exact. Traveling in between the Fae itself is a breathtaking blend of beauty and as well as danger. And when I say beauty, oh man, this game looks amazing and it looks phenomenal. But God, some of the creatures that are around are very scary. There's forest biomes, there's plants, like plant biomes, the swamp biomes, there's a desert biome. Like, there's so much into this that I can't wait to see what else that the Nightingale team has to offer for players. But let's go talk about the overall gameplay overview, what players to expect when hopping into the game. Character creation is very extensive, from making a lineage for your character to your usual changing of the eyebrows and such, but the thing that stood out to me was the overall building of the family tree. That right there really skyrocketed my attention to detail and what made me stuck in the character creator for at least more than 20 minutes. But beginning of the game, we're already introduced to one of the main biggest mechanics of this entire game, what sets it apart from the rest of its others that are within the survival genre. This is called the realm card system. Essentially, this is a card system that allows you to choose a biome and as well as an effect of that biome, which kind of brings it a little bit more of a rogue-like-ish type of style of play, and determines how well that biome will actually actively work, whether it's going to help or hinder you before getting into it. Now, the core overall gameplay loop revolves around exploration, resource gathering, crafting, and combat. You'll explore these realms, scavenge the materials, wood, your stone, your herbs. These are then used to build your own home, which is a customizable base that allows you to craft tools, weapons, and even furniture. Now, I will say this though, combat does feel a bit clunky at the moment. It's more melee focused, dodging, and as well as parrying and such being crucial for overall survival. You will come across multitudes of enemies, at least more than one, and they definitely can swarm you. So, being aware of your surroundings and training them, make sure they're staying within one similar line. You can keep them on track. I fought wolves, I fought zombies, pigs, the whole nine. Overall, I will say this though, while it's not the most polished type of survival game, there's definitely a specific charm to the clangs and the clacks and the whooshes of your weapons, as some has like more of a greater impact on them, adding to an overall just better sound design while actively doing your day-to-day process of looting and grabbing more loot and grabbing berries and such. The creatures do have a great sound to them as well, and they give off a very ominous and creepy vibe to them, And when it comes to voice acting from Puck himself, Puck is almost like a guide to the player. And it's honestly, he gives off like he's ominous, like he's this all powerful omni being, to be exact. And just the way that whoever his voice actor is really portrayed that character to a T, and by far one of my favorite characters in the game. But I also want to talk about that risk and reward system regarding the realm cards. Now, the realm cards, like I said, adds that extra layer of exploration, because each realm or a portal can lead to a different biome or a world, and each world has its own challenges and better rewards. When you play the tutorial, you get kind of stuck with learning how the portals work. So you go to 3 different major biomes, and each biome has its own, like, yay, this is great. Like the desert biome, your biggest enemy is the sun. If you can't stay out too long in the sun, or you will actively start losing, you start to unalive yourself essentially. Of course, there's like the swamp. It's very rainy, and then even having rain on you has another effect onto the player as well. However, these portals are unstable and definitely can break, and this is exactly why, as I was saying, setting up the story, this is why we're in the mess we are in now. So you end up making an entire home into each of these worlds until we're able to survive and leave that portal to go to our next realm. But I do want to talk about a little bit about the early access issues. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already have noticed that, one, there's no offline mode. Now, by the time of me recording this video, they already have announced that they will be making an offline mode. They just simply didn't think that players wanted an offline mode. That's honestly, for an indie dev team, it's okay, right? That is something that I would assume or expect. In 2024, it's hard to go like, oh, we don't need enough servers. But like the way that the gaming space is now, from AA games or indie developers making games, and they're being way better than the AAA titles that has been getting spewed out for the past 2 to 3 years. And overall, like I said, this game is in early access. You will encounter bugs and glitches and performance issues. The controversy with the devs now bringing an offline mode, and of course the server problems as well. Some people have had a hard time getting into Nightingale. I've had a couple of server problems myself, just trying to play solo for myself. But while the core gameplay loop is fun and engaging, there are some noticeable rough edges. Like I said, animations can be a bit stiff, definitely in combat. There are occasional bugs I've noticed, a lot of screen flickering, and a lot of like all of the wildlife, like the plants and all that stuff, they're being horribly textured. Looks like polygons. Like, I've been running into some instability while playing the game, but overall it didn't ruin my overall experience. I still had a very good time. However, like I said, the developers have been very active in addressing these issues, which that is something I will come to expect to indie dev teams. They care more about players than some of these AAA devs out there, or big AAA companies to be exact. Their roadmap as well promising exciting new features and content updates in the future. Like I said, this game is still in early access. You can grab this game right now for not even $25. Not bad for that. Like I said, a lot better than these $70 titles out there. I'm just trying to find my way. I've been on the run all day. Despite the early access issues, I did find Nightingale to be promising and an enjoyable experience. Very relaxing, and the overall exploration is probably by far some of the best stuff. I like going to the different landmarks and learning more about the world, and learning about how all the other humans are trying to navigate the portals. The world is absolutely stunning. The crafting system is quite engaging. Very simple, very easy, straight to the point. It's very simple to come across, even if you're a noob and you never play survival games. This will actually have a good time at saving you some time of trying to learn how to build and craft and so on and so forth. The portal system does add a unique layer of tension to that exploration because of how the realm cards can actually affect or not affect how the biome plays out. But if you're a fan of survival crafting games and don't mind the early access caveats, Nightingale is definitely worth checking out. And if you want to, check out any other reviews or first impressions of RPGs, then I'll have it in the card right here, and of course in the top right hand corner for my mobile guys out there. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your boy's on his way to 1,000 subscribers. Definitely helps it a lot. Like the video if you enjoyed it. I want to know what you guys are doing. Are you guys playing Nightingale, or are you playing any of the current big three right now between Power World, Enshrouded, and Nightingale? I want to know what you guys thoughts about it in the comment section below. So definitely let me know. But as always, it's been your host, KICTV, here at Chaotic Inc. signing out. Peace.
Manifest, I don't sleep, that's so weak, don't plan to rest. I'm from a hood where you die if you don't pack a vest. No culinary degrees, but whipping crack the best. Chefing, hard times taught lessons. Praying every night to pull up in park Benzes. What's my home is what you call trenches. You wouldn't last a day seeing life through all lenses. It's all tension, no sun, and rain and plenty. Full-time job, still can never make a penny. I ain't rapping.